All right, it's Francis, one of the two owners of Assured Senior Living, and I'm back with the top 10 questions to ask when you're touring memory care, assisted living, senior living, nursing home, aging services from an insider's perspective. Let's start with staff. What is the number of direct care staff to residents? As an example, 20 residents in a home or a hallway or a wing or whatever it may be. Do you have one staff member for those 20? Do you have two? What does it look like overnight versus the day? Very important to find out the direct care team staff. Let's talk about length of time. How long has the direct care staff been there? Have they been there for years? Or is it 1 or 2 months? Very important to find that out so you can get a little more insight into the organization. Number 3, do they use agency, outside staff, home care to fill their shifts? If so, what does that mean exactly? How do they integrate them so that the outside staff knows how to provide the right level of support and care for their residents? Number 4, executive director, leadership teams. How long have they been there? It's really important to have a core cohesive leadership team because information has to flow up from the direct care team, down from the executive directors and leadership team so they can support each other, thus providing the best care possible for the residents, their loved ones, and their... Number 5, we're talking call buttons. Do they use them? If they do, what is the average response time? Make sure you check into all times a day. So different times a day, night, afternoon, evening, etc. Really important to find that out. Shifting away from staff, we're gonna move into engagement and activities. Number 6, we wanna ask, how many activities or engagement opportunities are there per day for the residents? Very important to know the opportunities available. Number 7, are they purpose-driven? Are they set up for the residents? Do residents have an input in those engagement activities? Very important that the activities are not just bingo, but things and activities and engagement that drive purpose, drive residents to want to participate. Very, very important that the residents have a voice in it. 8, how do they get someone to engage? How do they get someone that doesn't want to come out of their room? How do they get someone to just maybe stop withdrawing and participate a little bit? Because we know social interaction matters. And it's very important. The more social interaction, the less isolation, the less depression, less other health issues happen. So we have to make sure the team that's providing the care understands how to work with some of those residents that aren't always happy, that don't want to always actively engage, but still need some human connection. Really important. Let's talk resident and schedules. Number 9, do all residents have to be up at the same time or go to bed at the same time? That's really important to find that out so you know how the day. And number 10, a big one is, because of that independence and uniqueness of everybody, if they miss a meal, what happens? What does that mean? Can something special be made, or are they just out of luck? Really important to understand how that works because that will give you insight into the personal. So if you want to know more, I'm going to dive deeper in the next video about these 10 questions and why they're important to ask these 10, why I structured it the way that I did and not some of the generic ones that are a little fluffier. These ones give you the insight into the organization, to the community, to the home about how they do things. And it's really important you look beyond that surface and ask these questions. So jump over to the next video, check out our Instagram and YouTube page. You'll find this follow-up video where I provide a lot more detail for each of these 10 questions. And until next time, have fun, put on a smile, and remember, aging is a journey. And the journey is part of